Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on PCLN NVDA TSLA NFLX CMG daily weekly time frame. PCLN lower high looks to be set with a bearish reversal candlestick. Look how similar it looks to our recent tops and those candlesticks with big upper wicks of profit taking. Lower high, lower low, and now another lower high. Resistance is 1896. How did we get that level of resistance? Well, after we got over the middle Bollinger Band, what's our next target? The price action back up here, and the first level, 1895. So after the middle Bollinger Band, that shifted to our next target. We rejected from it. We saw profit taking, and if we see a red day tomorrow and a break of 1860, let's try that again, 1868. Break that level, the low of today, and we will look to confirm this bearish reversal candlestick. And depending on what the tech sector as a whole does, and I know PCLN is not in the tech sector, but it is doing the same thing as the tech sector, and this chart looks very similar. But based on what occurs with that correlation, we could be looking at a move down really towards the mid-1800s. So we could be looking at a potential sizable pullback from here. Support is 1855, 1844, and then we're looking down into the 1800 psychological range. Weekly time frame is continuing lower highs and lower lows. This might be our lower high, so we have to be watching close. This middle Bollinger Band weekly support will be in play. That's going to be next week. It's not going to be in play this week, I don't imagine, but it's going to be in the low 1800s next week, so it could certainly be in play then. So just being very cautious as a bull and watching. I personally wouldn't be a bull, but watching to see if this bearish reversal candlestick gets confirmed. NVDA also seeing some weakness today. Some significant downside and some nice bearish action. The bulls did buy the dip enough to hold this middle Bollinger Band, which held the last pullback, so that support is still intact. The low of today, 148.33, took out a couple support levels, but really it's all about 142.11. If we break 142.11, we have our high, low of the pullback, lower high, and then a lower low. If we do break that level, we will have lost the middle Bollinger Band. We will see a bearish MACD cross for the first time since this breakout early May, and we will see momentum shift to favor the bears. So watching the middle Bollinger Band support closely, watching 142.11 closely, and seeing if we get the bearish action. And again, I've been watching the correlation to the cryptocurrency space because the semiconductor space is intertwined there with the surge in popularity, leading to, you know, back order products and what's going to, in my opinion, be some really nice quarters for these companies. But if we see the cryptocurrency space pull back as a whole like we saw today, I'm watching very close to see if this correlation continues with the semiconductor space. Weekly time frame, we have a bearish reversal gravestone doji last week, and you can see the little lower highs with profit taking, big upper wicks of profit taking, and let's see if the bears take over a bit more significantly on the daily time frame. Tesla on the daily, new all-time high, but a lot of profit taking. NVDA and Tesla appeared correlated to me today. They've been our two strongest names that we've been following. And again, noticing the downside action, they were hitting lows of their day at the same time. So I'm watching key support here on Tesla of 366.49. If we break that level, our higher low pattern is lost. We see a bearish MACD cross. We see a loss of exponential moving average support and a potential bearish TCG cross. So that is the important level to be watching, 366.49, and we came within about $7 of that level today. Bulls still holding exponential support. They're still holding on just fine, and if the market bulls show up, we'll expect Tesla bulls to show up as well. But we have our clear level that if it is lost, we see momentum shift to the bears. Weekly time frame, after 5 big bull weeks in a row, maybe it's time to pull back a little bit. We've got a higher low pattern on the weekly time frame, keeping those bulls in control. Again, not enough to go bearish. There was a nice bearish day trade to be had today, but in terms of swing trading, not enough to go bearish until we either lose exponential support or lose the higher low pattern. And that could be close sometime this week, but not quite there just yet. Netflix on the daily time frame, lower high looks to be set, rejecting from the middle Bollinger Band resistance, and we have our bounce attempt. The tech sector as a whole is seeing all similar candlesticks here in the same spot, and we're going to have to watch to see if the bulls can maintain higher lows. late night videos. So the higher low that I'm watching right here on Netflix is 153.70, and then I'm looking down at 151.40. So bearish reversal candlestick, very clear. Question is going to be how much downside and continuation do we see? Didn't see as weak a close on Netflix as we did on the tech sector as a whole and some of those other individual names. So that stands out as well after the really bullish end of the week we had last week. And the weekly time frame for Netflix holding at the middle Bollinger Band support for the second test in the last couple of months. And we do have all exponential moving averages back as support. So bulls still holding up just fine. And it's going to take a loss of this weekly middle Bollinger Band in order to shift the longer-term momentum to the bears. CMG is weak. The close down at the low of the day on Friday had us looking for further downside. As soon as we broke 414.30, that was a bearish signal. That was the lowest price we've seen on this dump. Saw a $3 move to the downside, and the bulls did buy the dip a little bit. You could make the argument that this is a bullish reversal candlestick with the lower wick. We still don't have the hourly 20-period moving average as support, so I'm a bit skeptical of the bulls still. And we have a clear lower high pattern in the past few days. That has to break as well. So tomorrow, if the bulls can break 418 and turn that hourly 20-period moving average into support, I'll start paying attention to the oversold bounce. And I do believe that we could see an easy $10, $15 from these levels once the bulls do get that momentum. So I am certainly paying attention, just not enough for me yet. Weekly time frame still maintaining higher lows for these bulls. So that's another point in favor of the turnaround likely coming in the near term. Support is 394. Anything above 394 has the bulls in favor. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in tomorrow. Have a good night.